Hey everyone, Thyworm here with something a little different. A first impressions video on Thea 2 The Shattering. It does include Slavic Mythology, however, and it is a video game, so it might interest you. This title piqued my interest because it has elements that I really enjoy in games, such as strategy, economy management and online card games. It's quite original in its execution, has some very intricate and deep game mechanics, and is overall a lot of fun to play around with.
Well done! This is surely the best way to show the power of the gods, eh?
I requested a review key and the developers were so kind to honor my request. Thea 2 The Shattering is a weird combination of genres. It's super confusing at the start, but after a few hours you get the hang of it. It has elements of 4X strategy games with its economy management, town building and exploration. The battles are fought using a card game system that has you place your troops on the battlefield, after which the battle will unfold. There's heroes and other NPCs, each with their own inventory and items, which you can level up and provide with additional gear, weapons and passive and active abilities. And on top of all this, there is this procedurally generated world with numerous events to participate in and quests for you to solve. It's a very rich game, a game which I will definitely not be able to fully cover in this first impressions video, but nonetheless a game that flies a little under the radar and really deserves some more attention, especially if you like what you see in this video. You're starting off with choosing a deity. I had the choice between two gods, so I chose the hellish looking guy Hordes, a wolf-like night creature. After you made that decision, you can pick a few perks and characters to start with. For example, there's this card that gives me an additional gatherer, or an additional warrior, or some more starting supplies. More deities and starting perks will be unlocked the more you play the game. It has somewhat of a roguelike element to it, this part. I completed my initial selection and was dropped on the world map. This demon, Theodore, starts talking to me and starts explaining the lore in Thea.
Welcome into the service of the gods. As I am a believer myself, I am happy to be the one to guide you.
Apparently, some calamity called the Shattering has impacted the land, and it's basically your job to survive. I wouldn't say you're going to save the nation per se, it's much more about trying to stay alive, because the game turns out to be quite challenging. Movement on this map full of hexagons is very much like you're used to in games like Civilization. You can move your units, attack, trade with other factions or set up camp. I discovered that after setting up camp, I can start gathering materials from the surrounding tiles. Very useful. It's the main way of getting resources in this game, which is in turn used for building or crafting or things like that. And your party, at the very least, needs food and something to light the fire in the darkness, usually wood. I noticed that some characters are really well suited for gathering, while the warrior I created is pretty bad at it. Theodore, in the meantime, keeps giving me quests, and pretty soon he tells me to start building a town. I had to go online to figure out exactly how to create a town, but after I figured it out and found a nice place with some resources, my town was founded. From here on, I had a base of operations to expand from. The town has multiple functions. You can gather more materials, usually now from 2 tiles away. You can start building to gain additional benefits, such as better armor or better gathering. You get this house demon for some reason, who turns out to be pretty good at researching new abilities. But most of all, you gradually just expand. Maybe get some kids, put those kids to work immediately and slowly build up a strong economy using child labor. I realized I wasn't going to be able to build another town, so I prepared well for my expeditions, gave my 4 party members a ton of food and wood, sent them on their way. I explored the lands, ran into multiple events, got my ass handed to me multiple times as well, and solved a bunch of quests. This part of the game is super fun, because you never really know what's going to happen. Everything is randomly generated and it keeps the experience fresh. After each battle or each quest, I gained more experience and my characters become stronger and stronger. At this point I'm trying to figure out what my win conditions are. They can be found in this little menu over here, and these win conditions are usually global achievements that will end the game. I honestly wasn't able to reach these because it took me quite a while to figure out the game, but in the current playthrough I'm doing pretty well. I managed to befriend this faction by cleaning up their mess all the time. I learned how to avoid dangerous encounters. I realized I could save my teammates after a rough battle by getting them to a town quickly to have their wounds healed. All those kinds of things are really important, and it just takes a bit of time to figure it out, but once you do, this game is super enjoyable. I really like Thea 2 The Shattering so far, and I'm still not done with it either. It's developed by this small indie studio, Muha Games. and they build a really neat product. For 22 euros you can pick it up from Steam or you can wait for a sale. I'd say it's worth the money if you like what you see here. I hope you appreciate this little first impressions video. I'll do a few more of games that I think that you could be interested in and that I'm interested in as well. Subscribe for more first impressions, and if you like the video, give me a like. I'm streaming as well Monday, Wednesday and Friday 8 PM Central European Time on twitch.tv/Thyworm. Thanks for watching and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.